Greetings and salutations, internet desins. Oops, forgot that package. This is I, Wolffoetowtech, and here we go with another fun video. Me talking about something. This video, as it states in the thumbnail, is all about Mario Kart on Tour. My thoughts and feels about it, and my concerns and fears of the future. And this is basically my first few months review, and then my projection and concerns flowing into the future. First and foremost, I will be clear on this. I do love the game itself to an extent. I enjoy I love Mario Kart games. I just love playing Mario Kart games. I'm not gonna go super crazy on my channel and make it into a Mario Kart or purely a Mario Kart channel. There is Mario Kart Gaming Dude here on YouTube that you could stop over and check out. He I think a month or two no, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, his channel was mysteriously shut down. And then about 2 weeks after, he got it reinstated. So he'll sometimes pop into the video and leave a comment here as well. Same thing with Thunder Productions and other small YouTubers. Mario Kart Gamer Dude is a much bigger Nintendo gaming YouTuber than compared to me, but he still falls into the small YouTuber classification, as I think he's sub 10,000. I think he's only like roughly around 10. I keep forgetting what his stats are because that's not one of the things I stare at the most. But he's still a fairly small YouTuber here on the platform. So he's closer to me than he is to PewDiePie. He's closer to me than he is to Boogie2988. He's a very nice guy, by the way. He does a lot of Mario Kart videos, and he does a lot of Mario and Sonic at the Winter Games videos. But I need to get back into the meat of the video here. I kind of rambled off into the distance. Now, as for Mario Kart on Tour, as I said, I enjoy it. The graphics are actually quite good. You can set the settings from high to mid to low depending on your phone. On high, it's rather nice. It looks very close to a console game on your phone. Console games on phones being a scale of pixels difference, you know. But when you set it to low settings on most smartphones, this low power, low graphics settings will often cause items that are, say, a banana. That is, say if you line up all the carts or it's nose to tail, it's more than 15 or 20-ish carts away from you, end to end, bumper to bumper, you will not see the banana. The banana will magically appear about 15 carts away from you. So, considering that a lot of times you'll be sliding around corners in Mario Kart on Tour, depending on if you go on the advanced controls, because the advanced controls are where you really get a lot of your bonuses, because you are able to get the ultra mini boosts, the mega and the ultra, or is it there's the mini boost, the super, and the ultra mini boosts, but you can get the higher stages of those. So there, the game controls control about as well as you can do with touchscreen. I don't play too many touchscreen games. A lot of tapping being games, but not a lot of swiping. I play a lot of clickers and a lot of idles, kind of combination idle clicker games on mobile. I'm weird. For me, mobile games are basically largely a lot of I'm on low gaming mode. Okay, I'm just like, okay, I want to play a game, or I have a cycle of games. I'm playing Animation Domination Quest for Cards, or I think they changed the tagline. It's the one that has it has American Dad cards, it has King of the Hill, it has Family Guy, it has Futurama. My main deck is a Futurama deck. That's my main one right there. That's the one I started with, and that's the one I hold to. And also Bob's Burgers. What weirdly enough is you do not have Simpsons in there, but that's the type of games I play on mobile. And as far as I'm concerned, Mario Kart on Tour sits up there with the general population of mobile games in quality of graphics. Gameplay is great as it is, and a lot of the components they blend back in the special items from Mario Kart Double Dash. So you got your Peach Hearts and you got your Mario Fire Flower ability, weaponry, and Bowser's shell and all that fun stuff. And I love that. I love Mario Kart's Double Dash a lot. And I love the whole triple item mechanic and the frenzies. That's fun. You get into a good frenzy. It's like, oh man! And you're like going through everyone and in a fury. Some frenzies are better than others. It's just that way. You got Peach Heart Frenzy. It's like you got Superstar and you got Peach Heart. So you are double resistant to all attacks. It's like, why? Okay, fine. You got you have a double barrier to all attacks. It's not like your Superstar is going to stop every other attack. You also have the hearts that also negate attacks. It's like, oh, goodness gracious. All you are doing is like clearing a path for everyone else because you got the hearts floating around the outside of you, clearing path. And once you're gone of hearts, or the frenzy is over, and you're screwed. My main is Peach in all Mario Kart games, but in the case of Mario Kart on Tour, which gets into the dark side of Mario Kart on Tour, you cannot main a character. Okay, if you're a Bowser you're a Bowser player and you love Bowser. There are times when Bowser is literally the worst character for the bonuses and items in the game. Instead of getting triple item in some races, if you choose a character that is okay, you get 2 items. You get a poor character, you get 1 item. Now, this is where the evil of Mario Kart on Tour comes from. And it's not just the whole Gold Pass thing. I have Gold Pass, by the way. The price is not that terrible. I wish it would come with a little bit more. So yes, I have to get into the darkness of that too. But the problem with the whole multiplier effect and the 3-1-2-1 is that if all your characters for a cup, I mean like the major cup, not just the little tours, but the major cup of that week, you don't have any of them in the triples or the doubles, you are screwed. Once you get up past the 20 tier on the tours, you are like, fuck you, you're screwed. You're not getting anywhere. I have tons of characters that are maxed out. I have some high-end characters. I have a bunch of supers. I have almost all the regulars or the commons. But there's only a few characters in the high ends and a few in the supers that I don't have. I don't spend a lot of money on mobile games. There's some times where I will pick a mobile game and I say that's a cash toss game. I throw money at it. That is my designated cash toss game until I get all the GooglePlay achievements, or I get however far I want to get into the game. I complete the set that I wanted to complete, or I complete the core story mode or stuff like that. Mario Kart on Tour is not that game right now for me. Right now it's Animation Domination, the card game. That's my game, and I'm only spending money on Futurama cards. Okay? So what I'm doing with Mario Kart Tour is that I have my Gold Pass, and I'm just doing that, And every so often I might spend $1.99 on one little thing here and there. Or the deals as far as the rubies are concerned, or with uh, the rubies and versus the special deal items. Yeah, the special deal items compared to the rubies, you're gonna spend any money on the game, you're gonna go buy the special deal items. That is what you buy. Okay, you buy the special deal items. There's like no sense in buying the rubies. The problem is in the game is that when you get to that point where you're going through the tours and you need to crank up your points, you're maxing out characters left and right, you're maxing out gliders, you're maxing out carts. You'll run into that point once you get up into that tier 20 where you're basically now sinking in standing because this tour, this cup tour, this big thing where you're on the leaderboard and you're trying to climb up it, you do not have for the several racetracks the few racetracks there is, you do not have a character that has a triple item status on it. You don't have any triple items. Oh my fucking goodness, you're basically locked. There was an incident, I think like the last week of December, where I basically literally had to trick my way an entire way around a track to literally get enough points to collect all the grand stars and place myself high enough that I don't sink in ranking. Okay. So I managed to get myself promote myself up to ranks in the actually I think I got myself high enough for 3. I got into the top tier of it, but I literally had to trick my way around an entire course with the very best character, with the very best cart, with the very best glider combination, using the card for items at the most strategic point to perform enough tricks from the takeoff with the rocket boost all the way around the track and then all the way around the track again to the end, just so I can get a big enough bonus multiplier just to make it so I can actually tip myself up into the top tier. Now after I got up that extra tier and I was promoted up 3 tiers in the tours, that's when I ran into the whole crazy, oh my goodness, the points are getting, the people are getting really high on the points. I'm at this point, I'm playing every day. I'm playing till I basically max out my cup points. And you're playing through the game. You have a maximum amount of gold coins you can collect in a day, and there's a maximum amount of points you can earn to boost your carts. Your cart, your character, and in the order character, cart, and glider. Once you hit that low cap, you don't get any more points. You have to use cards to boost them further. Now, at this point, I'm maxing out characters, and now I'm running into cups where there's people in the plus 20 tier, people above 20 tier and up, cups. I think I got up to like 20 something, I forget. I think it was 23. I got up to 23 and I'm looking at it. I climbed most of my way up it. And then I'm like, I don't have the characters that have triple items for 2 of the racetracks. Okay, I hit the ceiling. Okay, now I basically have to start spending money on the game to hopefully win those characters so I could level them up so I can actually place higher, because the characters I already have, the best ones I have for those tracks, are only 2 item characters. With only 2 items or 1 item, you cannot get frenzies. And I'm like looking at this and I'm noticing the characters I do not have and the characters I do have. The characters I do not have is expanding. And the carts and the gliders. And I go and plunk 45 rubies into the machine, the I pull down the pipe, it spits out 10 items, and get a bunch of doubles, and then I get even some triples, and I'm looking at the character odds, and I'm looking at this, and I do it again a few days later, because I managed to earn up another 45, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this whole pattern here. Every tour is 2 weeks. They add like 2, 3, 4 characters each tour, typically 3 to 4. And they add a few more carts, they add a few more gliders. And the weird thing is, I start thinking, you start out with, say 20 characters, carts, and gliders, which is not what they started out with, by the way. I'm just using that as an example. And then you divide the odds between them, and you set a high class, very rare ones, uncommon ones, and common ones. And you divide the odds up between those. And then you add a new stack of rares, uncommons, and commons. And you watch, you're cognitively aware of the fact that the individual odds of each character you can get is shrinking, and they keep adding more and more carts and characters. And it occurs to you, and I keep playing at this point, back in the beginning of January now. It's the beginning of January still. It's actually more like mid-Jan. We're getting into the mid-January part, okay? There's 31 days in January. This video was recorded on the 11th, by the way. And we're basically in the beginning of the middle of the month. And I'm basically coming to the conclusion, and I've been kind of coming to this conclusion since the tail end of December, that the odds are getting worse and worse and worse to collect all the characters. And you need a lot of the characters, and you need a lot of the carts, and you need a lot of the gliders. And the more characters, carts, and gliders they add to it, it weakens the odds of you collecting them all. You eventually end up missing a few. You get lucky sometimes, like Vacation Peach. The first time I threw 45 in the pipe, she was literally the first one that popped out of it. Oh wow, I'm that's amazing. The next round of characters, I threw 3 sets of 45 rubies in, and nothing new came out of those. I just recently managed to get King Boo, the regular King Boo, but yeah, it's getting tighter and tighter on the odds, and as they add more to this, they are basically creating this odds possibility that forces you. You're collecting a bunch of characters. You got a bunch of characters, and then there's the characters you do not have, and they're adding more characters you do not have, but you're still collecting duplicates of characters you do have. You want to get some of the characters you do not have, and you cannot eliminate the characters you do have from getting the characters you don't have. So now every time it just expands and expands, and you manage to get some of the characters, and then that expands, and it just keeps expanding, and you get a bigger and bigger section of characters that you do have, and the characters you don't have are growing still, and you really, really, really need to get those characters you do not have. So how do you get them? You throw money into the game, and I don't like being pushed into putting money into the game. I like to every so often I'll throw some money into it. I'm enjoying this game. That's really cute, cool. That's a nice little combination deal you got there. I will buy that. Okay. I don't like being pushed into that. Now, that is that's the one big dreading problem that's been digging at me recently. The other one is the rubies and the prizes from the gold from the gold pass. Because if you pay attention when you start playing Mario Kart on Tour, if you were a day one person, you noticed a lot of those tour prizes, those little presents on the screen that you collect. You say get enough grand stars, you get a pile of prizes. Some of them, there's often 4. 2 of them typically were the regular prizes you would get if you did not have the gold pass, and then there would be 2 that you do get if you have the gold pass, as well as the other 2. So you get all 4 if you got the gold pass, but only 2 of them are exclusive to the gold pass. Okay? And these would be spaced out fairly evenly across all the cups in Mario Kart on Tour in that season. Now, recently, well, actually not that recently, but since the start of the game, I noticed there's the distribution of cups, and there's the various distribution of those prizes or gifts. Okay, let's call them gifts now. The distribution of those gifts are shifting to the back end. The tours are also getting longer. So you had a long section of tours about this big, and they're getting a little bit bigger. But then all the prizes are creeping back this way. So they're pulling away from the start point here, and they're pulling this way. So when you first started out, it was alternating. You get a cup, you get a prize box or a gift box, then you got a cup, a gift box, a cup, a gift box, a cup, a gift box early on. Now, as you continue on playing, you all of a sudden notice that you have 2 cups at the beginning, and then you got 3 cups at the beginning, and you got 4 cups at the beginning. And the gift boxes are gapped by not just a cup, but 2 cups. The amount of grand stars you need to get a gift box increases in number of stars. So you have to get more grand stars to collect all the gift boxes. Okay? This is technically not that hard to chase after. However, before I get into the however, or one more thing, this is countered by you gaining more carts and everything else. So you're gaining capability to adjust to this. Now, the screwy thing that happens, the however, or the one more thing, is that not just in, say, like those cups, okay, but in the prize boxes, as I said before, there's typically 4 items you get in the prize boxes or the gift boxes when you earn up enough grand stars. I have noticed the past few months that you'll sometimes only have 3 items in that gift box, and 2 of them will be the items that require you to have a gold pass, and the quality of those items is dipped slightly. That's one thing, okay? That is slightly annoying because that pushes you more into, okay, you used to be able to, like, you get 2 things if you didn't have the gift, if you did not have the gold pass. Now you need the gold pass because they cut out one of those things, so now you only get 1 thing in a lot of those gift boxes. If you don't have the gold pass, you need to get the gold pass in order to get a good spread of items. That helps you out. The next thing is a lot of the challenges and stuff like that. The prizes from the challenges are actually getting worse. People might have not have noticed this. There's a challenge card. There's actually 2 different types of 2 different groups of challenges. There's the daily challenges, which rotates from the top of the, you can pull it down from the top of the screen, and they add every so many hours. Then there is the big challenge cards with the badges, or the badges. Let's call them badge. Yeah, they're badges. They're called badges. But there's the big tour cards, and you have to complete a certain task. Now, these prizes are pretty consistent. The standard prize you get from completing each task, you still get like grand stars, or you still get rubies. That hasn't changed terribly much on that. However, when you complete a section like tic-tac-toe, there's usually a set of 3 by 3 by 3. Yeah, it's 3 by 3. So you have a total of 9 of these cards, and as you complete a row, you earn coins for completing that roll. However, I have noticed in the past few months that when the game first started out, or early on in earlier levels, when you completed a row, you got 100 coins. Now you only get 50 coins. And they cut that prize in half. So they're cutting back on you in the coins. They're cutting back on you on gifts in the gift box. They're pushing out the one you would get if you didn't have the gold pass. You have these two, live long and prosper. But you got these two that you would get normally if you didn't have the gold pass. You get all 4 if you do have the gold pass. These are exclusive to gold pass. Now they're cutting out one of the items you would get out of the gold without the gold pass. So now you really need to get the gold pass. So they're also trimming or shaving off coins you would normally earn for getting a triple. They're adding more characters. They're adding more dumb, weird characters, more variants. This has also expanded it more into Dr. Mario World. Is it Dr. Mario World? I think it's Dr. Mario World for the app. I don't play it. I downloaded it and that's it. But I noticed that the newest updated characters for Dr. Mario World is Fire Peach. Okay, no, Dr. Fire Peach and Dr. Fire Mario. Now they have Vacation Peach in Mario Kart on Tour. They have Pink Gold Peach on Mario Kart Tour. They have they got Baby Peach. They have a few more peaches. I'm blanking now. If I'm playing, I would pull it open and show you. But they got the oh yeah, they also have Peach and Kimono too. But they'll have Mario. They have regular Mario. They got Metal Mario. They got Mario in a kimono. They got Santa Claus Mario. They got New Yorker style Mario. They have another Mario. That's just there's going to be a point where they're going to have so many versions of Mario and Mario Kart on Tour that you could literally at some point conceivably enter a race and every single character of the 8 characters in Mario, I think it's 8 characters in a race. I believe it's the classic 8 in Mario Kart on Tour. I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's 8. I'm blanking in because they changed it in the recent Mario Kart games up to 12 and 16 for the tracks. More characters in the newer Mario Kart, except for Mario Kart on Tour, which is only 8, which is the classic number from the earlier ones. But it's conceivable that at some point you have so many Marios and so many Peaches that you will literally you'll go into a race and you'll have all Marios. And you'll have another race and you will eventually have all Peaches, which is surreal and weird in itself. So that's my basic gist of Mario Kart on Tour. The final conclusion of it is that I'm really concerned as they restrict you in the prizes you get, and as whales and super whales grow in the game, many people will run across situations, and people are already posting online about it. We've gotten to the point where I go to the Mario Kart on Tour or Twitter or the Mario Kart on Tour or a Facebook page, and I will see people whenever they do an update, and they'll post photos of screenshots of the top 5 or 6 people in the tour having 50 plus points in the tour, that tour cup. And people are like, how am I going to beat these people? By the way, I managed to get up into the 40s myself. It is doable to get up there, but you basically have to be a super whale. You have to play all the time, and you have to throw a bunch of money into the game because you don't get enough rubies. You don't get enough. There's not enough challenges in the game to earn enough rubies and grand stars to get yourself up that far. You literally have to. Someone is going to have to, like, someone on YouTube. Someone has probably did the math and figured out the odds of you getting every single character and maxing them all out. And at some point, there is going to be a point where new players in Mario Kart on Tour will not have the ability to actually climb to the top because the people at the top already have almost everything. They maxed out the routes on the game, and then it's basically at that point where there's basically going to be a cluster of people in the top tiers, and basically people who are willing to dump tons of money into the game. And by the way, this has already happened. I'm quite sure anyone who has played Mario Kart on Tour has noticed that, hey, you're playing a tour. The new tour just started, and you go into a track and you see a bunch of character combinations that already include the on-tour exclusive characters you get from the Warp Pipe. And then you'll also find people here on YouTube and other platforms who they have the characters already the first time, and they just basically spent $200 or $300 buying enough rubies to essentially buy all the characters that pop up in the Warp Pipe. They basically buy the Warp Pipe out. And that is ridiculous. There needs to be a bit of a balance that needs to be added into there. So, yeah, the Mario Kart on Tour is slowly morphing into a pay-to-win situation, which is not good. Not to mention, as I stated before, with Mario Kart World, Dr. Mario World, some of the goofier elements of Mario Kart on Tour is leaking into that, as well as many people in the Animal Crossing community who have been playing Pocket Camp kind of got really concerned over the whole fact that now there's going to be a subscription. There's now a subscription service for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. I have it. I don't play it. I only play like 3 or 4 mobile games at a time. Otherwise, I'm playing this stuff. I basically play mobile games when I'm just basically tired and I want to just play a few quick rounds or merge some barrels and scrap clicker or two and stuff like that. So, yeah. My concern with that is that Mario Kart on Tour has basically shown Nintendo a very negative aspect of mobile gaming, and Nintendo and DNA are drifting in that direction. So, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to Nintendo games on mobile, I'm not going to do typically gameplay videos of them. I will do videos like this. I will sit down and talk about the things I like about the game and the things I don't. Oh, fuck. Yeah, the new thing I truly love about Mario Kart on Tour is that you get a lot of classic courses, and you get reverse versions of them that you never raced before in reverse, and you also get trick versions of them where you have tons of ramps and speed boosts and everything on there, and glider points all over the place. And you also got reverse and trick versions of various tracks, and I love those. Okay, if Nintendo did a Mario Kart 10, because Mario Kart 9 is a kind of like their Mario Kart. Mario Kart on Tour is basically their Mario Kart 9. Most tech companies skip over the number 9 because in some cultures 9 comes off as no profanity and other things. But that is one of the features I truly want to see when Nintendo goes and does Mario Kart 10 for like the next Nintendo Switch or late Nintendo next gen Nintendo system or the tail off of Nintendo Switch. I want the frenzy feature, the item frenzy feature. I want that, and I want the trick course versions, and I want the reverse versions, and I want the trick reverse versions of racetracks. I want those in the next Mario Kart game. That's awesome. Okay? Okay? Those are the things I want in the next Mario Kart game. I talked about what I like about Mario Kart on Tour. I talked about what I don't like, and I talked about what I'm concerned about. I kind of did it in my own rambling way. I don't have a script or anything like this. So I'm basically just off my brain, out of my gut, right to you through the internet. Okay? Now, as I keep saying before, if you have any opinions on this, throw it in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. And if you want to start a fight with me, not anyone else in the comment section. Okay? If you can have a debate, Don't get a fight. Okay? You can have debates, but don't get fights. As I said before in a previous video, thank you very much for coming back in the future, and see you in the future when you come back.